Hey there, and welcome back to Arlin Plays EarthBound, episode 24. Last time we went down into a mine, or rather into a maze that was found while mining, and took out two different moles, both of which claim to be the third strongest mole. So now we've still got 3 more to take down, if my memory serves. Hopefully this time we won't have Ness becoming numb again, so we won't need to deal with that, in theory. If so, we do have another cup of life noodles, but it may end up being that we end up having to take a sojourn to the city in order to get some money. You know, from that ATM. Alright. So I freeze. I mean, yes, I could use the better one, but honestly, I'm okay. I can take that. That's one of those things. I mean, I could definitely kill it in one shot if I wanted to use the extra PP, but I'm trying to conserve it a little bit. And another chick, awesome, just what I needed. But the other big thing, aside from the chicken that we've already got, plus this chick, the other big thing though is that the snake isn't guaranteed to poison you. Yeah, there's a decent chance of it, but you know, I'd rather conserve PP for now and possibly, I mean, if I was lower on PP on Ness and was still this way with Paula, it would be a different story, but in this case, tactically, it makes sense to do it this way. The enemy left a present inside was another chick. Dear God, did they just, like, keep a whole horde of them? Yeah, we're running out of room here. I don't know what we're going to do about this. So, well, I'll deal with it when I get there. For now, I'll just hold on to things. And worst case, I can get rid of the chickens. I mean, it's not like they're really doing anything aside from being money waiting for me to earn it. Engage the gigantic ant. Let's do one freeze of it, and Jeff, you can use your HP sucker. Da-da-da. Bam! 162. These things have a hell of a lot of HP. I can't help but find it funny that the radioactive giant ant is clearly better at surviving blunt force trauma than those angry roaches we dealt with. Drain 6 PP, there we go. Damn. Perfect, as they say. And by perfect, I mean not really that perfect. At least in this case, that's what I'm getting at. Alright, look at that. Trust me on the dark road. Please take my son along. Yes, I will go ahead and do that. After all, he saves us a lot of time in here. I do like that they bring the exit mice back, so it's not like you have to go all the way back there just to get one. Let's open the present. There's a secret herb inside, but he's got too much stuff already. Well, chick, we're gonna use you. Seeing chicks makes you happy. And I don't... Did he... Ah! That's a lot of noose, man. No! Go away! Alright, this is gonna get ugly. I may actually not live through this. So we're gonna Alright, Ness, go ahead and bash. Paula, set them all on fire. Jeff, do you have a bomb or something that you can use? I don't think you do. No, you don't. Well, that's unfortunate. At least there's fire beta we can just whip out on these noose men. And that is really unfortunate. HP sucker, does it? Okay, it doesn't do that much. Binding tag, the teddy bear. Thank goodness for the teddy bear, and there goes the teddy bear because they just noosed it. That's right, they just hung a teddy bear. Those bastards. Apparently shooting works much better than draining the HP of. Weird, it's like ropes don't normally have much life force. We had to burn the rope, guys. Otherwise we would never have beaten this grinning colossus up here. My strength falls between the 2nd and 4th strongest masters. Do you want to test me? In a manner of speaking, I suppose we do. PSI freeze, blast it to hell. Let's use the shield killer since I'm pretty sure there's still a shield on this sucker. Well, that's a cool little effect. And its shield disappeared. Perfect. 94 HP of damage. Yeah. Yeah. Let's fix that. That hurts. All right. Wasn't quite expecting that. Oh, I still have a big bottle rocket. I'll have to use it on the next one. It did not work on the Guardian Digger. Well, that's a shame. Hopefully this ends it. Yep. 18 PP is all it takes for Paula to take this sucker down. Unfortunately, because she's fragile as hell, if it wasn't for the fact that she had additional meat shields, she probably wouldn't have survived that on her own. But, hey, she is gaining levels, so that's very good. Alright. Life of Alpha on Jeff, because, oh my god, Jeff. There's a Guts capsule inside. Guts is good for, like, critical hits, so let's give that to Ness. I'm actually curious, because I don't think you can get a critical hit with Jeff's weapons. I mean, you might be able to, but I don't think so. It's kind of an interesting design choice. I mean, on the one hand, you can make the argument that... Alright, you know what? Ness is just going to blow these guys away. I don't even care this time. But, so... On the one hand, you can make the argument that you could have a moment where you hit it just the right spot and do additional damage with a gun. But, I mean, since they're using Guts, I would wager that they're probably using it as more of a, like, showing an adrenaline rush type of thing. Kind of that fight or flight, bash the crap out of something. And Jeff's gun is not going to work any better when he's got adrenaline going than it otherwise would. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking this one, but I do find it interesting if that is the case, because I can't remember a time when I've seen Jeff get a critical hit. Maybe it's just my play experience, though. That's entirely possible. Oh gods, ants. Alright, we're gonna have to do something about you guys. I'm going ahead and burn more of his PP to save more of Paula's. But to be fair, that's more because I don't think there's a whole lot left that I'm going to need it for. 44 HP. Bam! Fortunately, as we know, that is not going to be anywhere near enough to actually kill them. But Paula's still not doing the greatest on PP, and she can still get more out of them, so why not? Psi Magnet Alpha. Jeff does not have any PP. Silly, gigantic ant. And then he drains it from the guy who can't get it back. Jerk. These guys are pretty frustrating enemies. And Ness got poisoned. Okay. Awesome. Just what we needed. More draining of his PP, because that's really all it ends up being. I do find it kind of interesting that one of those things that games do a lot, especially RPGs, is they'll have the status effects like that. But I do find it interesting how poison is treated. Because in some games, it's more of a single-player annoyance versus when you're dealing with other people. Like, Pokemon is what comes to mind here. In the newest generation, this is not the case, mind you, but in previous generations, you would take damage as you walked around with someone that was poisoned. I mean, in and of itself, that's not all that bad. It's just that it's one of those things that only really makes that much of a difference outside of combat. Whereas here, all the status effects have an effect both in and out of combat. With a few exceptions. I mean, there are some that go away at the end of combat, like sleep or feeling strange. Those things go away. But everything else, like everything that deals damage in some form or another, still persists after combat. And still does that damage. I don't know if it does the exact same amount of damage, though. I'd have to double check that. Hooray! We despawned them because we're just that awesome. I'm truly the third strongest master of this hole. I'll demonstrate the power of being third to you. The Guardian Digger attacked. Yeah, we're gonna destroy you so fast. Jeff, use your giant bottle rocket or the super bomb. Let's use the super bomb on something else where we've got multiple creatures, because if it's a bomb, it'll do area damage. Big bottle rocket shattered. Bam, 530 damage. Yeah, and that the worst part is that damage is just the big bottle rocket. There's still another one out there. Psi Freeze Gamma. Look at that go. Nice up with the present. There's a Psi caramel inside. Jeff takes it. Well, you'll just be using it on other people, but go ahead, Jeff. I'll let it slide this time. This time. Alright, since we're getting... I want to use this, I really do, but I will save it. I will save it for the last mole that we still need to take out. PSI Magnet Alpha. Though I did just realize one of the reasons why Jeff ends up out-damaging Paula when it comes to single damage, despite the numbers that Paula gets up to. It's actually because nothing resists. Like, there's no resistance to the damage of the bottle rocket. I mean, there are a couple, there's a rare exception here and there, and damage shields do still do something. But, for the most part, it's not an innate thing. 180, 360, 540 points of damage. Ridiculous. And it may freeze things completely. Gets pretty potent. These ants are getting really old. Really fast. Bam. And blunt force trauma to the skull wins the day again, as it should. I'm kind of curious. I don't think it does, but I'd be kind of amused if freezing something... that if people dealt extra damage to things that were frozen or whatever. But I don't think that's the case. And even if it was, I would kind of question why you would do that. I mean, strangely enough, freezing something, yes, it does make it more brittle, but if you don't have the sufficient force to shatter it, like, you do need a lot of force for most things. Most things, as they become colder, don't, like, it's not like, oh, well, I can instantly punch this brick wall on a cold day and it'll shatter. That's not really how it works. I see, so he's got too much stuff. Is there anything we could actually make use of? Let's get rid of this calorie stick. Paula can use that. Maxed out HP. Bomb! Alright, here we go. Should be approaching the last guy. The ducks are running away because they don't have backup. Get away, ducks! Ha ha ha! You fought the strongest master of this hole, the second strongest master of this hole, the fourth strongest master of this hole, and the weakest master of this hole. I am truly the third strongest master of this hole. Now you see the true advantage of being third. I am amused that they're all fighting over who's third strongest. Alright, since he's probably exactly the same as the other ones, let's just blow him to smithereens. Psi Freeze Gamma. New effect, lots of damage. I like it. Oof. That could have hurt. Of course, SNES could have soaked that damage, so I'm not too worried about that, but... And the music has changed. Platinum Band. And a luck capsule. Alright, well, that's my hint to get rid of a chicken or two. The chicken ran away as fast as it could. There we go. Alright, Platinum Band. Politics it. And there's a luck capsule. Let's use that on Paula. Alright, status. Let's see. Let's see where people are at now. Alright. Looks like Jeff has the weakest defense right now. So we may get him the platinum band. But otherwise, Jeff's IQ is up to 30. By comparison, Paula's only at 23, and Ness is retarded at 18. He's not really retarded. He's just... He's not retarded. He's advanced. Or, in this case, he's not retarded. He's just got silent protagonist syndrome. It's okay. It's perfectly normal for someone his age. At least in this case. Let's give Jeff his new bracelets, because clearly he needs to bling it up. And that was a decent jump. 65 to 90. And apparently we need to save this memory. Which I can understand. It was pretty entertaining. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready? Say, Fuzzy Pickles. Wow, what a great photograph. It will always remember the fondest of memories. Alright, there we go. You've gotten rid of the monster? Good job. Okay, from here on, just let me dig. You'll see, I'll find the buried gold. Before I start digging, I'm going to set a careful plan of action. I really hope you find that gold, because otherwise it's going to be a pain in the butt getting $1 million together. And so we get all rested up, and then head back to the city. Alright, we can just walk back to the city at this point. Apparently there's still spectators, you know, because the hole's still being dug. Dig dug, dig dug. Wait. And so we miraculously teleport to the other side of the road. As you do. And see, this is what I was talking about. Because of the way that the music kind of builds up. I mean, I realize it's an intro and it works anywhere, but... Okay. Ness, greetings. I'm George, Gerardo Montague's brother. Gerardo is in his mind, but he hasn't found any buried treasure yet. We did, however, find a diamond instead. Gerardo told me to give it to Ness. Here it is, please take it. Paula got the diamond. Well, I've got to go. I'm busy working at the other mine. Busy, busy, busy. You know, I'm actually kind of curious what it does there if you have a full inventory. It wouldn't even be hard to have a full inventory at that point. We almost did. And we weren't even trying. Huh. I'm sure the game has something to deal with it there, because they usually do, but... Now we're back in Forsyth. Good. I didn't like those straight streets. That's just silly. Alright. Let's wrap up this episode with another show. Or at least, probably will. And, you're kidding me, I have to buy another ticket? Yes, I do. What? Fine! To go get it from the ATM, of course. Jerks. Let's see how it is. Alright, let's go to the motel. Excuse me, hotel. This is far classier than that. You know what? Screw 18. Okay. Let's just put this in perspective for a second here. I dropped $7,500 on a house for basically no reason. And that brought me down to about $2,500. So that means that in the past few episodes, I have instantly made $14,000 to $16,000. Gods, I wish it was that easy. Alright, well, moving on. Yes, I want to buy a ticket. Stop being stupid. Stupid. Here we go. The show will be starting at any moment. Alright, so we could watch the show again, but okay, so she says the same thing. Found a diamond. Big, beautiful, and expensive looking gem. What? I can't tell what it is from this distance. Bring it closer. Okay. Here we go. I do find it entertaining that they set her desk up specifically so that you're out of the way of where the Runaway 5 are going to come in. Yay! That diamond! You're going to pay with that diamond? Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll rip up this contract. Rip? Don't tell anyone about the diamond. Now the Runaway 5 are free. You should thank me. That diamond is worth maybe $50. So I gave you a bargain. Thump, 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 thump. I made lots of money. Okay, I think that's supposed to be her heartbeat. Sorry about being such troublemakers. We won't be so gullible anymore. Well, our fans are waiting, baby. Let's just do this one last show and then get out of here. Alright, thanks again. Yeah, I'm not gonna sing this one. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not into it. And he has to be dragged away. You know, is it sad that when I was a kid, I used to wonder how he would play the saxophone while singing? Even though there was no indication that he was actually playing a saxophone there. I do love how we always watch from the doorways. We don't actually get to sit down. Welcome to the final Runaway 5 performance at the top of the theater. It's going to be a great show. We're so good it makes me think that those kids by the exit will wet their pants. Those kids are hip, baby. Da-da-da-da-dum. And so we have a third Runaway 5 song. Slow build up. With special guest, some blonde chick. Oddly enough, I think this drastically improves this show. I mean, clearly she's just reeking of feminine charm. Or at least that's what I'm going to call it. Such gorgeous pixels, clearly. Well, my pants are still dry, but it was difficult. It was a struggle every second. Oh, I can't see the Runaway 5 here anymore? I should dump this sorry excuse of a man and become a Runaway 5 groupie. I heard Venus made an appearance at a Runaway 5 show. I missed her because I went to the bathroom. I'll hate bathrooms for the rest of my life. Okay. I guess you're free to do that. So I guess that chick was Venus. Oh, hi. No, I don't want to buy a ticket. Go away. Alright. So, now that we've seen them take off, I guess that's all the time we have for this episode. So, thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys will watch next time as we actually try to figure out what to do, because now we don't have any clue as to what the next step in our adventure is. So, hope to see you then.